Hi everyone, I'm Miss Lydia from the Boston Library. Happy New Year. I wanted to share with you today a couple of quick and easy crafts that you can do with the kids on New Year's. Our very first item is a noisemaker. The supplies that you need for this include an empty water bottle, some Mop and Glow. So whatever brand you end up having, this is great. You can use glue as well. This just gets a little bit more even distribution. Some glitter, and some rice or beans or something that you can put inside of it to make some noise. So our first step is to take our water bottle, take the label off, make sure that it's empty and dry, and I'm going to take my Mop and Glow and pour just a little bit inside. You should probably do this over a sink or over a large bowl so that you don't spill anything. So then you can put the cap on after you've dumped a little bit in and roll that around inside so that you're getting coverage all over the inside of it. Of course, make sure that your lid is on tight before you do this. Once that's done, you're going to take your glitter and very carefully dump some in. In order to keep from spilling my glitter, I'm going to use a funnel on this step. And you can pour a fair amount inside. You want to try to get the entire inside of it covered. Once you think you have enough in there, again, take your cap, screw that on tight, and shake it around. So you can see I didn't get quite enough glitter in there to get all the way up to the top, so I'm going to make sure that my glitter is back down the bottom. Open that up and add a bit more. There is much better coverage there. So this is kind of a mixture of glitter. You could do a bunch of different colors. This just happened to be some that was left over from a big jar of a bunch of different colors of glitter. You can just go with one color. You could make a bunch of them that are different colors. Once that part of it's done, the last step is to, again, make sure you don't have a whole bunch of glitter up at the top here. Open it back up. You can use your funnel again, and you're going to add whatever is going to make your noise. So in this case, I have rice. So I'm just going to pour a bit of that in. There are no exact measurements on this craft. Again, make sure you get that cap on tight, and then you have your noisemaker. If you're going to be using this with small children, I would recommend taking a bit of glue or super glue, running it around the top, and gluing that top shut. So again, just taking a bit of Elmer's glue, running it around the threads at the top, and then screwing that lid down over top again. And there you have your first craft. And they're nice because if you get enough glitter on the inside, they make noise, but they're not obnoxiously loud either, so it's fun to play with. Our next craft involves making a fake firework using some black construction paper, a long-handled wooden spoon, and some curling ribbon. So our first step is to make a cone. And you can do that with any size paper. You're just going to roll it around until you get a cone that looks about like that, and then you're going to glue that. If you want, you can decorate the outside of your black cone with some sequins or sparkles or anything that you want to kind of just glam it up a little bit. Once I've added some sparkles to the front of my cone, I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. For the next step, I'm going to take a few different pieces of curling ribbon, the sparklier the better, and I'm going to tie those around the top of my spoon. So right around where it starts to widen out. This is going to be your firework. So you want to put enough ribbons on there that when you pop this out of the cone, you get a firework effect that comes out the top. Once you have a whole bunch of ribbons on your spoon, you can curl some of them. You don't usually have to curl very many of them, only if you have pieces that are hanging down very straight. Then we're basically just going to pop that inside of the cone. So if you left enough room, it should go straight through that tip. Otherwise, you may need to cut a little bit more of a hole at the end. And then you have your firework. that you can do over and over again. Our last project involves paper towel or toilet paper rolls, another black piece of construction paper, and some paint. This one is also firework related. It's great if you have gold and silver paint, that's going to give you the best effect, but if you don't, you can use any bright colors that are going to show up on the black paper. So with our toilet paper or paper towel roll, what you're going to do is cut up very thin strips, a few inches up into the tube. And you're going to repeat this cut all the way around. You want to try to go approximately the same distance up. Once you have this, so you can see I kind of have like a fringe here. Basically, we're going to just flatten that out. So I'm going to take that and push it out so that it gets to be more of a firework design. And then I'm going to take my paint. I'm going to start with my bright green. And you're going to swirl your paint around. You want to try to get all of the edges covered here. So if you need it, this is a great time if you have a foam brush to use that to help you get that paint all the way out to your edges. Once you get that heavily loaded up with paint, you're going to press it down onto your paper. And you might need to push those down a little bit just to get the stamp to take. You want to do that lightly. Then you end up with a design like that, and you're basically just going to repeat that process with different colors. So you can use it, you can do another green one, kind of load it back up. Sometimes you can get more than one out of it. And then you're going to switch colors. So then you end up with something that looks about like that. If you're brave, you can add some glitter to this also while the paint is still a little bit wet. Another option is to draw a bit of a starburst shape in the center with some glue and sprinkle a little bit of glitter in that way too. And then same thing, taking your glue, I wrote out Happy New Year on there, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of glitter on that as well. And there's the finished product with the glitter in it. I hope you enjoyed our simple and easy New Year's crafts. We wish you a happy and safe New Year, and we'll see you in 2021 with lots of new craft ideas.